Hello and welcome back to Love and Romance Tarot Readings. I am excited for today's pick a card. Today we're going to tap into your crush, your person, the person on your mind, whoever you set your intention for. This could even be like strangers and new love interests. We're going to see how they see you. How do people perceive you? What are their thoughts and feelings about you? What do they think you guys have going on in your life? We're going to tap into all the little details, but we're going to see, what they like about you and that kind of thing. So my Etsy shop is in the description. If you would like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And other than that, you can pause the video if you need more time with the piles, and you can always pick more than one pile for all of my readings as well. For group one, we have the green stone, and we'll be using the Modern Witch Tarot. For group two, we have the red stone, and we'll be using the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot. For group three, we have the white stone, and we will be using the Star Tarot. And for group four, we have the pink stone, and we will be using the Crystal Visions Tarot for group four. So again, go ahead and pause the video, if you need more time, but we're just going to get started. All right, if you chose group one with the green stone and the Modern Witch Tarot, this is your reading, tapping into your crush, the person on your mind. New lovers, new romantic interests, people in general. How do they see you? What are people's thoughts and feelings about you? Okay. What do they like about you? We'll get all of that, Spirit. This is for group one. Group one with the green stone. Please show us for group one. How does their crush see them? The person on their mind, the people on their mind. How do they see them? What do they like about group one? So first, the very first card coming out for you, we have the Child Divine. This one says innocence, purity, and redemption. That's a very interesting word, redemption. Suggests a special connection with the divine. So right away, tapping in, you have this aura about you that feels very much so like, I know something you don't know. That's just so clear. Like, you seem lucky. You seem like someone who always gets their way. You also seem like someone who's always right. And people may often think that you're lying or you're cheating somehow, cheating on tests, or lying about how something happened for you. You know how people say, like, my life is really like a movie? I feel like you have experiences that are really like, this could only happen to me. This would only happen to me. And people have a hard time believing that you've gone through some of the things that you've gone through, whether that be positive or negative. They have a hard time believing it. I also just heard you don't show it. We got the victim card, and I was just saying positive or negative, and you don't show it. So if you have been a victim of any sort of crime, say you went on a girls trip with all your friends, you thought they were besties, and then they robbed you, it's something crazy, or it could be, something different. It's like people, for whatever reason, you don't show it. They have a hard time believing that you've been through some of the stuff you've gone through. So I feel like you have healed yourself from past experiences and dissociated from past experiences. So no, you don't show it. You don't look battered and bruised. You don't look like you've been through it. If anything, you look fabulous. So people are so confused by that. The victim says prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. So you also have a very strong aura. You're not a, victim. You're not someone who believes in victim mindset. You don't allow yourself to be, upset for too long. You don't allow something to get you down. It's giving strong Aquarian energy, not going to lie, because one thing is about those strong, Aquarian placements, you're not going to catch them slipping for too long. They really will bounce back, okay? They'll shed a tear or two, and they will move on with their lives. I'm getting a little Taurian energy as well. You may have either of those, in your Mars placement in your chart. Let's see. How do people see group one? Ooh, we got the God card. So something about you seems like you know it all, you have access to it all, you always win. People really want to be on your side. Again, there's this strong energy of just luck. Like you have this kind of lucky aura where you spontaneously know the answers to questions that you've never studied anything about. You know, it's like being in biology class and your teacher picks on you, you know, to answer a question because you weren't paying attention, and some way, somehow you get the answer right. It's like, how did you know that? Like you just have this like super streamlined connection to the divine, higher powers, higher forces. Um, the God, it says benevolence and compassion and recognizing the eternal force within yourself and others. So you do see yourself as a God or a master creator. You see yourself as someone who's connected to God. You may have a strong relationship with, you know, spirit, God, the divine, or whatever you believe in. It seems like you're connected in some way and people are very curious about you. I'm also getting a strong energy of jealousy here, not gonna lie. People find themselves jealous over you, wanting to put you down, wanting to control you, or not control, conquer is a better word, wanting to conquer you. For whatever reason, a lot of people decide that you are their obstacle. And it's like, bro, I am not your op. Like, I just feel your energy being like, I don't even care. I don't care if you win or lose. I'm completely neutral. Not even neutral. I'm indifferent. I don't care what you have going on. I am not your opposition. Me and you do not have a storyline. Yeah, we have the King card that flipped over. So a lot of divine masculine energy coming through for you as well. You're very much so in control of yourself and your own kingdom, your own universe. You have strong control over your mind. People find you hard to read. They find you hard to punk as well. Like they can't get the best of you. And it's quite frustrating. And it makes people just want to try harder and harder to get to you. So unfortunately, group one, you may have experienced, especially in like when you were younger, like a lot of people copying you in school. It's like you'd write, you know, say you put graffiti on your, you know, on your chucks back in the day. It's like, okay, now everybody's coming to school with, you know, graffiti and drawing on their shoes. It's like, bro, you know, I started that. Like, or you may have found that people wanted to pick on you for absolutely no reason, no matter where you went. It's because you're very intimidating and people just immediately want to squash you. They want to believe that you're under them because if you come through, it's like, okay, I feel like I'm the lower person in this room, and people don't like that. You know, people have a very strong connection to their ego. And because you done been through some things with the victim, I don't feel like you care very much about, oh, people have to see me as this or that, but they do have to respect you. That may be a non-negotiable respect. You don't have to see me as the light of your universe. I'm not. I'm the king of my own kingdom. I don't need another follower. I know who I am, but you will respect me. The king says enlightened, benevolent leadership and benefiting those in your charge. Two cards came up for you specifically with the word benevolence on them. So it seems like you're very fair. At your core, you're very fair, but you're not a nice girl or a nice guy. You don't present yourself as someone that people can walk all over, but you are benevolent, you are fair, and generally you do things that are best for everyone involved. You're not the type to just kind of screw someone over for no reason. You do try to be, you know, fair in what you do, and people can't, you know, they can't lie about that. Your character is solid. Spirit, how do people see them romantically? How does their crush see them? Ooh, we got the villain era. So it seems like you're on demon time, group one. Your crush, your person of interest, romantic partners, they kind of see you as someone who's a bit cutthroat. They kind of see you as someone who does not play games, who does not play around. And you don't come across as like, you know, I don't feel like you guys resonate with that super, you know, feminine, soft girl, soft boy, whatever type of life. Like, I feel like you're either balanced or genuinely, the majority of you are more in your masculine energy. Or at least that's how people see you. But that's the thing, people don't get it. It's context. Like, if you only see me at work, yeah, you see me on my boss, you know what I'm saying? You see me in my masculine energy. Or if you only see me at school when I'm studying, I'm not here to flunk out. I'm here to get to the next level. So yeah, you see me in my masculine energy. Or if you see me in a place where there's other people around. Like I said, you demand respect. So it's like, yeah, you're going to see me in my masculine energy. However, if you're in a relationship, you may have no problem settling into your feminine energy and you may prefer it. But people have a hard time understanding that contrast. And it's like, you may have found that people just wanted you to pick a role and stay there. And you may have found when you were younger that you were the type to kind of try everything, anything. I want to do sports. I want to do art. I want to be in acting classes. I want to do this. I want to be in plays. I want to do that. I want to just be a cool kid. I want to be a loner. I want a little bit of everything. I feel like you had a friend in every friend group. So you know how like in movies they have like the jocks, the popular kids, the band geeks, da da da. I feel like you had a friend or you knew someone in every space. So you were always good. And just in general, that may be your thing. Like no matter where you go, it's like you seem to know at least one person, or you're always good. You're always protected either by your angels. You may wear amulets. You may write like protection symbols on your items in your wallet. You may be big about that, like symbols, so that no matter where you go, you're always attracting what it is that you want and repelling what you don't want. People really want to control you though. Like you may have attracted hyper masculine partners that just wanted you so they can have you. And then it's like they start playing games and they get cut off. We have relationship offer here. So your crush, your person of interest, person on your mind with the relationship offer card, they see you as someone who only accepts full relationship offers. If it's just a situationship, I don't feel like you're about that anymore. And usually the villain era comes after the victim era. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you were like a certified lover girl, certified lover boy in the past, but then now it's like, okay, we're all or nothing. You either have to offer me a relationship or you're not getting entertained. Ooh, we have tempting. So you're very hot, very attractive. Your person sees you as very tempting, someone who just naturally has appeal. You don't even have to try. Something about you is so sensual. Something about your movements, the way you talk, like literally you could just be living your life, minding your own business, and people are just watching you in wonder. You may catch people staring at you a lot because it's like, it doesn't make sense, but people are very much so attracted to you, kind of obsessed with you, want to know more about you, always watching you, very curious and interested with you, and just eyes on you, focus on you. We have a lot in common. So you seem like the kind of person who can talk to anyone. You seem like the kind of person where it's like you don't value anyone in any position. So like you're not the type to kiss up to a manager. You're not the type to kiss up to like the popular people in school. You're the type to literally, you have your own era, your own energy, your own vibe. You like yourself, you love yourself, so it's no big deal. It's like you don't go into people pleasing mode. So with a lot in common, your crush sees you as having a lot in common with them, having a story as well. They like that. They like that you have some grit to you. They like that you have a story. And they feel like you're the kind of person who can talk to anyone and you really kind of treat everyone the same. And then we got butting heads. So you seem like a firecracker. You're spicy. You got some spice, okay? You got some... With butting heads, it's like they kind of see you as confrontational sometimes. You may stick up to yourself for yourself. To be honest, you may be flat out moody. You may be moody. You may have RBF. You may come across as very cold. Queen of Swords energy for sure. Strong Queen of Swords, King of Swords energy where it's like, I like who I like and that's it. Anyone else? Oh my goodness. I just heard you got to have a reason to talk to me. You guys, group one. I just heard you got to have a reason to talk to me. That is your energy. Some of you guys, not everybody, but some of you may feel like if you start coming up to me talking about nonsense or trying to small talk, I'm comfortable in silence. Don't even worry. Don't even worry about it, sweetheart. You don't have to worry about trying to come up with small talk to me. Do not try to get to know me. Like some of y'all are ice cold. Not gonna lie. We have caught up here. Caught up is a very different energy. I'm feeling with this that your crush may have seen you embarrassed at some point. You may have actually opened up to your crush and it made you feel very vulnerable. It made you feel uncomfortable. They saw a different side to you that other people haven't, or they're seeing like they saw your heart or they're seeing your heart. And I feel like it's very shocking to them. They didn't expect you to be so vulnerable or to have this soft side to you. We got the 10 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like when you come into people's lives, their lives genuinely change for the better, for the worse. It could be either or. You know what I'm saying? You can come into a workplace, that whole, you could be there for 6 months, that whole workplace in shambles. In shambles. After you come in, you speak the truth, you expose different managers for da-da-da-da-da. Maybe you have a little love affair in there. You know, got people at war. Literally. Your energy, you change the vibration of the space that you go into for sure. Spirit, how do they see them? What do they like about them? I gotta cover these up. We have the Three of Pentacles and the World card. So these are two cards specifically having a heavy influence of the divine, which we got for you. And interestingly enough, on the corners of the World card, let me hide her. You can see it's got Aquarius and Taurus, and those were two energies that I was feeling in the beginning of your reading, Aquarius and Taurus. And then we have Scorpio and Leo on this side. So you could be any of those signs. That could be extra confirmation for you. You could have a lot of that in your chart: Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. So it's like you definitely seem like you're locked in with the universe, locked in with the divine. We have the Page of Cups in reverse. You feel like you've lived many lives. Something about your energy is very mysterious and very attractive. People want to be closer to you, but they also feel fear. Oh, I'm just noticing there was another card that flipped over. We have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Like, you're really a mind F, because Four of Pentacles in reverse kind of represents like generosity, being open to meet new people, open for friendships. You know what I think it is, Group 1? I think that people just don't know how to act. People always try you, and then they learn the hard way. We got the Death card at the bottom of the deck. So you don't seem to give off second chances, at least not while you're in this villain era. So it's like people mess up one time, they try you, and it's like 1 strike, you're out. Ain't no 3 strikes, you're out. 1 strike, you're out. 2 strikes if I really, really, really like you. But by time people realize like you're serious, like you're dead, like you're not playing, it's too late. They're already cut off. And I do not feel like you back down on that. You don't give very many chances. So it's like, dang. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. You leave people hurt, stuck, in shambles. A lot of people, after they deal with you, they never get better. Not gonna lie. A lot of people, yeah, we got Judgment in reverse. So Spirit puts you in people's life for a reason. Judgment in reverse. Spirit puts you in people's lives for a reason. And oftentimes it's so they can have an opportunity to do better, to have more, to level up, like for good things. And they don't take that opportunity, or they squander the opportunity, so they end up with nothing. And we have 10 of Pentacles in reverse and the Knight of Pentacles. So I have this card in one of my decks that I made, and it says, "Thought I had you." And it has this baddie on the card looking good. And the card is just about, like, when people think they have you wrapped around their finger, when people feel like they understand you, they know you, or they got you hooked, they got you locked in, that card is popping up in my mind's eye. That's how people react to you. Like, a lot of times people think they have you, or they think they know you. They do not know you. You may notice a lot of people will share to you their like deepest, darkest secrets on the first time linking up. This can even be friends. Like, the first time you're like, oh, okay, yeah, let's do something cool. Let's go shopping or whatever. Let's go to the mall. Let's go to the movies. Like, whatever friends do. Let's hang out. And they are just spilling the tea. Spilling the tea. Like, I'm talking deep family tea, like stuff that you just really shouldn't share with someone you don't know like that. You may notice people do that with you a lot because for whatever reason, people feel like they know you. So I feel like people have a hard time reading your energy because it's like they see you, and whatever archetype you present as, they kind of put you in this category. So say you look really sweet, but you're really like cutthroat. People put you in the sweet box, so then they just kind of treat you like a sweet person that would never cross you, that doesn't have a backbone, da-da-da. People may try to disrespect you. People may try to, whatever way it applies to you. And then they just find out the hard way that they did not know you. They do not know you. And you will move on, Knight of Pentacles, and give your love, your energy, your time, everything you have to other people. Judgment in reverse. They don't answer the call. They get screwed over. They get the short end of the stick. So yeah, it definitely feels like people end up worse after you're out of their life, not gonna lie. And I'm not someone who just says that, because I feel like this is very egoic to think that you have that much influence over people's path. But all of your cards are kind of leading to that, where it's like, no, there's actually something about your energy. So, and especially with the Judgment card, with Spirit kind of leading people to you for a reason, yeah, that's a part of your purpose. So it's not like, oh, you're just so cold with a group one that, people, they're in distress after they leave you. It's like, no, this is purposeful. So it's legit. Got a card that fell. We have soul expansion. It says your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connection between all things. So I feel like Spirit's really been downloading you a lot of powerful, important information. You may be like someone who, I just heard doomsday. You could be someone who feels like a doomsdayer, where it's like something's coming and people don't believe you. You may not even share anymore because it's like, all right, they don't care about themselves. Well, I'm not going to care either. But yeah, I feel like you definitely know some things that people don't know. And you try to warn people, but you got burned. People didn't want to hear it. They didn't understand. They wouldn't accept what you were saying. So you probably don't really speak too much about it anymore. We have Holy Amethyst with Divine Alchemy. It says, move beyond current challenges and focus on what you desire. So Spirit is saying like your purpose is shifting. I feel like Spirit put you in a lot of people's paths for an opportunity, Judgment in reverse, to level up, and they rejected it. So Spirit is like, okay, people aren't, accepting that offer. Well, time has to move on. You can lead a horse to water. You can't make them drink. I put you, group one, in their path for a reason. They wouldn't accept it. So now you got to keep going. So I feel like things are going to get good for you moving forward because your purpose is shifting. And there's new doors opening up for you and new opportunities. So good for you. I feel like you've been like working for so long, even since you were younger. You may have been the type of kid that had to like handle the screaming matches between your parents and be like the therapist at a young age. And it's like too much. So you're leveling up out of that phase, leveling into something that's more about you. Six of Cups as I cut the deck. Spirit kind of blessing you. Six of Cups is also returning to your inner child and gifts and blessings. So that'll be nice. That's what I have for you, group one. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like a private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And that's what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group two with the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot and the Redstone, this is your reading, tapping in to see how your crush person, how people, new romantic interest, how do they see you? What do they like about you? What do they think you have going on in your love life, your regular life? All of that. What do they think you're up to? Let's see, Spirit, for group two. How do people see group two? Well, you definitely seem busy at work. You seem to have a very high purpose. There's also an energy here of strong spiritual knowledge. Strong spiritual knowledge. It seems like you have a lot of knowledge. It seems like you're kind of a jack of all trades. Like, it seems like you may know one fact about every subject. You seem very smart. You may talk very eloquently. Ooh, you have a dark side too, which is very attractive to people. Okay, let's go with what we have. Let's see. So first we have the Advocate. This one says, inspires you to put compassion into action. So when people say, oh, I'm a good person, you're like, well, show me. You hold people accountable. You hold people accountable for sure. People have these ideas about themselves and you expect them to verify that with action. So people are very thrown off by that because you know how like people will just tell you like little facts about themselves like, oh, I'm this kind of person, I'm that kind of person. Well, me, I da 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 da. And you may clock people honestly right away like, well then why did you tip the waitress $1? if you're such a generous person and you always do for people and da da da, well, why isn't it reflecting in your actions? Like, whoa there. You have this, and something about, I'm seeing someone side eye. I'm seeing someone's facial expressions. You may have one of those faces that just really convey your emotions. Oh, we got the Fool card at the bottom of the deck. Nice. Seems like you're always onward, upward, on a mission. Yeah, seems like your life is filled with a lot of purpose and you are very sustainably entertained. Very sustainably entertained. Like, you are very self-entertaining. You don't need a whole lot of people around you in order for you to feel occupied. You're good in your own company. You're comfortable with your own life. You don't wish you were someone else in someone else's position. Like, you seem really, really solid. But anyways, tapping into your energy, like, people see you as someone who, I just heard hard to read. People may have a hard time understanding you. I don't feel like it's that you're hard to read. I feel like it's more that people immediately trying to put you in a, no, it's not even that. Spirit is saying when you become friends with people, they immediately think that you won't call them out on certain things because you're friends. So it kind of reads as, oh, people have a hard time reading you, but I don't feel like that's true because, your emotion for a lot of you shows directly on your face. It's more that people put you in like, okay, this person is my friend, or this person is my coworker, this person is someone I can trust. And then they think that that means that the worst parts of them can just show and you won't say anything about it because you're friends. So people just end up very shocked by that. We have the Alchemist here. So your crush definitely feels like you're someone who may do magic, honestly, may do spell work, may be into manifestation. You may have crystals, you may have different amulets or symbols. Like, for an example, you may have like an Eye of Ra necklace or an evil eye nose ring, just as an example. I'm not actually seeing that. But you may have something that kind of indicates that you're a spiritual girl, a spiritual boy. The Alchemist, it says transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. So you also seem like you learn from your experiences, genuinely. You don't make the same mistake twice. So if someone crosses you, you're not going to trust that person again and give them a pass. Now, this is the part that people really don't expect. We have the Shapeshifter and the Destroyer. So it's like, I can be your saving grace or your worst nightmare, truthfully. And Spirit is showing me water. Spirit is showing me like subliminal communication and messages. So it may not be like, oh, I'm going to, fight someone head to head. It's more subliminal, like, people don't see you coming. I'm not gonna lie, you may fight dirty. Not gonna lie, because you don't go off on people. No, they won't even know you're an enemy. Someone may do you dirty, and you may literally not react in that moment. And they think they've put you in a box. They think that they have control over you. And the way you just execute is so strategic. It's like actually scary. We have the Shapeshifter. It says skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness and the ability to see potential in everything. I just heard jail. Some of you may have been in jail. But with that Shapeshifter, it's like, yeah, whether I'm, out and about and I got to be street smart, or whether I'm moving in a professional environment, I am a Shapeshifter. I can be liked by everyone. I can fit in with everyone and anywhere. People don't see you coming, and there's something about your energy that feels like you have an invisibility spell on you. Like, yeah, we got the angel at the bottom of the deck, so Spirit's like, did they get the demon? Did they get the angel? It's up for debate. Who knows? I forgot what I was just saying. So many downloads coming through with you guys. You may have a lot of water energy in your chart. You may be psychic. You may see into other realms. You may be clairvoyant, or any of the clairs. We have the Destroyer. It says releasing what is potentially destructive and preparing for new life. So yeah, there feels like you have Pluto like in your first house, or Pluto. There's a strong energy of like regeneration. There's a strong energy of you recreating yourself. You could have a lot of Scorpionic energy in your chart. Because it feels like you have no problem with leaving people behind, leaving old jobs behind. You're the kind of person where a customer throws a drink in your face, you'll get a new job. You're fighting. Ooh, we got the femme fatale under the angel. So it's like literally your energy people don't know what they're going to get, and they put you in a box. Like, so say someone meets you at on a Saturday night at your friend's bachelor party, for your friend's bachelorette party. You may show up in your, femme fatale catsuit. Next thing you know, they see you on Monday. You may be the person doing their interview, and they're like, what is going on? Like, what is going on? People want to understand you so bad. They want to put you in a box. They want to just get you and get it. But they can't. There's many sides to you. You're a shapeshifter. Your crush sees you as someone who is very attractive. You have this angelic quality. You have these like pure qualities. It's like there's purity on one end, and then there's like, I don't know, whatever the opposite of purity would be. I don't know. It's like the good angel on one end, the bad angel on the other end, and you are in the middle of that Venn diagram. Like in the middle, and there's overlap with both. So people have a hard time like putting you in a box or trying to figure you out. The femme fatale says highlights the erotic nature of the feminine and opens your heart when dependency is rejected. So you're an open space, a safe space for people when they feel rejected, when they feel hurt. It could even be like a kid at the playground. Say you take your kids or, your little cousin, whatever, to the playground, and some kid, they fall, they hurt themselves. You may comfort them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't even have to be your kid, your family. It's just like you care about people. You're the type who will help an animal. If an animal is on the side of the road, still breathing, but obviously hurt, you will help them. But then that Dusty that's trying to get in with you shows up talking about, can I stay for the night? And you're like, hell no, you can't stay for the night. And people don't get it. It's like, I literally just saw you helping animals. I literally just saw you helping kids. You have this kind and nice side to you. Why don't I get that? You may get that a lot. Like, why don't you act that way with me? You may have literally heard people say that to you before. And that's how your crush feels. It's like you seem to give everyone else the best parts of yourself, but you may play hardball with them. The angel helping those in need with no expectation of return. See, that's so interesting because I feel like that's 1,000% true unless you're in a relationship. Then it's like, yeah, I do expect you to give me what I'm giving you. I expect it to be reciprocal. So people can't understand that. They're like, okay, are you generous or not? And you're like, I am generous, but that doesn't mean I'm going to play, the fool. Spirit, what do people think they have going on in their love life? What does their crush feel about them romantically? We have entrapment and aloof. So you seem to get people all tangled up in your web, but it doesn't mean anything to you. I feel like people go out of their way to impress you, and then they tire themselves out, and then they get mad at you for not reacting at the end or not giving them any sort of reward. And it's like, if you like me or if you do something for me, you're doing that for me. You like me. What does that have? It doesn't really have anything to do with me. You chose to do that because that's how you feel. And what did we learn? Did we learn not to do things with expectation of reward? Like your energy is like that. So with entrapment, people feel like, not gonna lie, they get a seductress energy or like a Don Juan energy with you where they feel like you do things to get people attracted to you, to get them caught in your web. And then when you're done, not gonna lie, it seems like you discard. It seems like unbothered. It seems like you don't really care. Like you like to feel stuff temporarily. You may like a more obsessive kind of love, people who are very intense, people who have a lot to give. And then, once they change up, once they start running out of that love, once it gets like 5% lighter, once they're not going as hard, you're out. You're out. We have choosy. Your crush sees you as having options. New romantic interests see you as choosy. People are scared to approach you. You may be very tall or you may be very muscular, just very big, Spirit is showing me. Or you may have like a lot of fire energy. You may have the sun in your first house, so like a Leo rising. And like I said before, Saturn in your first house. Or sorry, not Saturn. I meant to say Scorpio. Maybe that was a Freudian slip for someone. Scorpio, so that would be, Pluto and Mars as your chart ruler or in your first house. But yeah, with choosy, people have a hard time betting on you because it feels like they're taking a huge risk. It's like you do everything, or maybe you don't even try. It's just your energy, but like you pull people in and they just can't help it. They can't help but to walk towards you. But once they get close to you, they realize you don't even care. So it's like, it's such a risk to get close to you. Like people feel kind of scared of you. They don't know whether to be, attracted or scared. We have cards on the table. Interestingly enough, you're quite blunt, and once people really do actually talk to you, you're pretty upfront with what you're about and what you expect. With cards on the table, you have nothing to hide. You wear your heart on your sleeve. You're honest. Even if you are a femme fatale, it's kind of like you tell people what it is, or you tell people past experiences, but at the same time, it's like you guys may do this thing like you may tell people like, yeah, I'm not, unless I'm in a relationship, I'm not committed to anyone. I don't play girlfriend, boyfriend role without an official title. I will continue to go on dates until I'm engaged or until whatever, whenever. But at the same time, you'll tell someone, I really like you. Like, you're so special. It's like you feed life into people and you say nice things about them, and they get these conflicting messages. And I don't feel like it's conflicting. I feel like you're just the definition of two things being true at the same time, and people cannot figure it out in their head. So your crush is very confused by you and your energy. New romantic partners, we have seizing the opportunity. So a lot of them may try to just get you into a one night situation. A lot of them may just try to, listen, let's just do the one night thing. That way I don't have to get hurt. I don't have to be vulnerable. If I don't expect anything with group 2, then I can't get hurt. People may start to take on that kind of energy when dealing with you because it feels like such a huge, huge risk. You seem like a player, not gonna lie. You seem like a player, even a bit manipulative, or like a femme fatale, a Don Juan, someone who ultimately is in it for themselves. People see you as a shapeshifter and a destroyer. It's like they're scared, but they're also attracted. It's a lot. It's a lot. Spirit, what else can you tell us about group 2? What do they like about them? Okay, sorry if anything moved, group 2. I just had to open the window. I felt like I was going to pass out. I was so weird. So I don't know if that's your energy. I don't know if I need to drink some water or what, but I did. Don't worry, I drank some water. I feel good now. But I don't even remember what I was saying. I had to open a window. I felt like I was going to pass out. But yeah, so we have the 7 of Cups in reverse and the Hermit reverse. I think I was talking about non-committal energy with you. It seems like you're someone who doesn't immediately jump into commitments, at least not anymore. In the past, you may have been the type to commit quickly, the type to kind of fall quickly, but now you really take your time. And I just heard to see if people check out. So I feel like you really take your time to vet people to see like, okay, do their words match their energy? Are they really serious about me? Like, you take your time to really investigate people, get to know them. And with the Hermit in reverse, you seem like you like to have a lot of fun. Ooh, we have the Ace of Wands. So that could be what it is. Maybe it's more of a Ace of Wands. I'm in the middle of creating. I have multiple different, projects going on. I'm busy. Like, you can't just hit me up and I'm just going to see you tonight. Like, no, you have to fully commit. People have to come to you in a pretty serious energy, because if they don't come with set plans, you may not even respond. So like, say someone hits you up like, hey, what are you doing this weekend? Are you busy? You may not even respond to that, because it's like, if you want to see me, you have to fully commit. You have to tell me, hey, are you free specifically Friday night? I want to do XYZ. You don't entertain people and, their mind games and their indecisiveness and their lack of plans. It's like, if you're not telling me exactly what you're trying to do, I'm not going to constantly be telling you, oh, I'm doing this, oh, I'm doing that. You may even be triggered if people like hit you up like, WYD, what are you doing? You may not even respond. We got the Page of Wands in reverse. So if it's like not serious, if it's not strong energy. If people don't know what they're trying to do or what they're doing, you may reject them or not even respond to them. You may even assume that someone is not like a good person. If it feels confusing, you may take it at face value. So we got the 8 of Swords in reverse and the 3 of Swords in reverse. I feel like you have gone through your fair share of heartbreaks, and 3 of Swords in reverse is like no tears left to cry. 8 of Swords in reverse, people cannot trap you. They cannot tie you down. I feel like this is a result of past experiences. So it's kind of unfortunate because it's like, yeah, you don't get that version of me that's love and light and sweet. You don't, like, you know, unless you really earn it. Because the person before you ruined it. So they ruined it for everybody. Now people get this version of group 2. It is what it is. Yeah, we got the World card in reverse. So not gonna lie, you kind of seem, I just heard nightmare. Okay. I don't know what way that actually looks for you, but I did just hear nightmare. Like you could be a problem. You could be a problem. I do not feel like you go easy on people. You do not accept the bare minimum. 10 of Swords in reverse. Ain't nobody gonna catch you lacking again. You stand up for yourself. You will leave. You will dip. You will leave people out in the cold. With the 10 of Wands. This almost reads to me as like hyper independence. You may be someone who is extremely independent to the point where you're not waiting for someone to make plans with you. You're not waiting for someone to be good to you. Yeah, it's like I am a rich man type of energy. We got the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. Like, you've learned a lot in this life, and I feel like you're unplayable, uneffwittable. Your energy is very strong. Spirit, what else can you tell me about group 2? What can you tell me about group 2? Wow, we have Lord Ganesh with infinite abundance. So you seem like someone who's meant to make a lot of money. You also seem very abundant. Oh, I didn't even notice that was 2 cards over there. We have Cernunnos with life force and Mother Mary with love and peace. Like, literally, you have so many contrasting elements to this reading. It's like the definition of the angel and the demon for real. Lord Ganesh with infinite abundance says obstacles are being removed and spiritual support and connections are increasing. So you're definitely connected to the higher realms. People can see that. And it would be the worst move someone could make to sleep on you, honestly, because you have so much that you can give to people. Like, people can really benefit a lot from you, but you may be like incognito these days. You may even have your accounts on private, even if you're very well known, because it's just like, you know, honestly, I don't need all eyes on me anymore, because you're realizing that that's a value. I shouldn't even be available for anyone to potentially cash in on. Like, no, let me take myself off the market. I value myself. I see myself. So I don't even need to do the most anymore. You're not worried about missing out on opportunities or potential love offers or anything. Like, you know who you are, you know your value, and you know it's going to come to you. Mother Mary with love and peace says, let go of the need to be right, choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. So Spirit is saying, let go of anyone who has walked away. Let them go. And allow yourself to walk into your own abundance and take it all for yourself. We have Cernunnos with life force. It says, express your driving passion. Sensual powers are increased at this time. So you may find yourself like, really, listen, you got some urges. You feel like you're in heat. Your magnetism is increasing. Your magnetic power is increasing. So use that for your benefit. That's what I have for you, group 2. My Etsy shop is in the description if you'd like your own tarot reading or any of my other magical offerings. All of that is on there. And that's what I have for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 3 with the White Stone and the Star Tarot, this is your reading, tapping into your crush, your person of your mind, your person of interest. We're going to see how they see you. We're going to see what they think they have going on in your love life, your everyday life, what's going on for you in romance. And we're going to see what they like about you, Spirit, for group 3 with the Star Tarot. Please show us their crush, their person, new love interest, whoever is on their mind. How do they see them? What do they like about group 3? Right away, I'm hearing hard to read. Right away. Which I've gotten a lot of complexity in this reading today. Yeah, we have I just heard Dirty Librarian. We have the angel card that came out right away, but people think you're faking it. You give off this like nice aura or this angelic aura, this pure aura. You seem calm, cool, collected, but people feel like there's a lot going on beneath the surface with you. So if you come across calm and nonchalant, they're like, yeah, I know. The crazy ones, they always come off like that. They always seem sweet. They always seem cool, nonchalant, chill, and then they turn up on you out of nowhere. Or like, you know, like I said, Dirty Librarian vibe. So it's like, okay, you may give this vibe that you're, you know, innocent or focused on work or pure, but people feel like you live a double life. Like on the weekend, you're a dominatrix. Like they get this contrast with you. People find you hard to read. We have the angel and the father. That is such an interesting combination. And the king. So a lot of divine masculine energy coming out for you, which is so funny because I was just talking about like this dom energy that kind of comes from you. So people kind of get this vibe where it's like they feel like they need to worship you. They feel like they're not good enough for you a lot of the time. They feel like you are hard to read or you have this complexity about you. Like people can't put you in a box, and it can be very frustrating for them. Yeah, and then we have the rebel and the nun. Like there's this deep contrast with you. There's one more that flipped over. The exorcist. Oh my oh my God. So you may attract a lot of people who need healing, and I don't mean in the love and light way where it's like, oh my God, you're such a healer, group 3. You give people just so much love and it's unconditional. No, like where it's like you're the definition of F around and find out, but at the same time it's like you have this very angelic and sweet and pure aura where it's like you're willing to help people, but then people get on your bad side or people try you. You know, it's like people try to put you in a box, and a lot of people do that. They want to see you as a nice person just so they can figure out whether or not you're someone they can run over or not. So when they put you in that nice category and they figure out you're nice, then it's like, okay, they try to, you know, disrespect you, or they try to, you know, whatever. And it's like with you, you don't let it slide. You sure don't. We have the angel. It says helping those in need with no expectation of return. So at your core, I do feel like you're generous and you are a kind person, but not in a performative way. In a characteristic way. Like that is your character. You believe in balance, fairness, doing right by people, helping people when you can, but not in a performative kind of way where you're nice and kind so you can get some sort of accolade. So when people see your kind and nice spirit, then they start trying to act like a victim around you, and there's no reaction and they're confused, and it's because you can see straight through people. We have the exorcist. It says freeing yourself and others from destructive impulses. So people try to go off on you and you immediately nip that in the bud. People try to just cross your boundaries, and you show them either with your words or your actions that you are not one to be played with. So it could be overt, it could be covert. It doesn't always mean that you're in your face. I think when we think of like establishing boundaries or having boundaries or setting the tone, whatever, we think of, oh, you have to communicate this through words. You have to, tell people off, but that's not at all true. That is not at all true. You could show people with your actions like, I'm not one to be played with. We have the monk slash nun and the rebel. The nun, the monk, it says selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. So you get a lot of messages from spirit. You get a lot of messages from the universe, and you lean into those messages. So when spirit tells you to do something, you lean into it, you listen. So people may think that you may be helping them or there for them because, oh, you just like them so much or you're such a kind person. It's literally, though, like, I got a message from spirit. This is what I'm supposed to do. So then when spirit's no longer talking to you and they're in need again, they may, try to make you feel bad or whatever. And it's like, it's falling on deaf ears because it's like, I work for spirit. I don't work for you. Then we have the rebel. It says challenges authority to affect social change and rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. So you may have grown up religious, and you may have at some point in your life tried to be controlled either through religion, or I'm hearing gender roles actually. So people may have said, oh, you're a woman, so this is what you're supposed to do, or you're a man, this is what you're supposed to do, but you reject that. If it does not serve you, you reject it. We have the mentor, a lot of leadership energy, cardinal energy. We have the mentor. It says passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. So when people leave you, they definitely learn more. A lot of times they try to reject what you teach because it's like shining a mirror in front of them, and they know that it's true, and they also have a lot of respect for you. So it's like they can't help but to take your words to heart. So a lot of people may run away from you, and you may even notice, like, when people have a spirit on them, you may be able to see it, you may be able to tell, and you may notice that the spirits seem to be scared of you and they run away. Or the ones that are big and bad, they come to you, they get that exorcism. We have the Father. So you give a strong divine masculine energy, a strong leadership quality. You know what you're doing. You know where you're going. People can't easily control you. And it frustrates a lot of people because they want to be able to control you. They feel like if they were to get you under their control, you would be like a weapon of mass destruction, like someone who has a lot of power, someone who can create huge change. So they want to so bad. People want to control you, romantic partners, even friends, family. You may have noticed like your parents used you in some way, like, say your parents used you. Say you were a super cute kid. It's like your parents may have tried to use you to get some sort of like attention or accolades, through your looks, whatever. Listen, that's even popular still today. A lot of people want to have kids, and it's like, bro, do not have a kid because you want a mini you. Do not. You will play yourself. You don't know what you're going to get. You do not know. But anyways, we have the Father. It says talent for creating and supporting life and a positive guiding light within a tribal unit. And then we have the King. It says enlightened, benevolent leadership and benefiting those in your charge. So people who are in your charge, people who are genuinely like friends to you, you are a giver. You're a giver, you're a lover, but you cannot be played. I just saw 808 on the camera. Very strong, self-sufficient, infinite energy. Someone may have an infinity tattoo or wanted one when they were younger. Spirit for group 3. So what are their romantic partners? What is their crush? What do new romantic interests think they have going on in love? How do they see group 3 romantically? We have unsure. People feel like you're likely to have like a whole secret family, and literally you may have not have dated anyone for like 1, 2, 3 years or months since you have interacted with someone. But people feel like because you don't share your business, that must mean that you have a whole secret life going on. I swear I said that in the beginning of your reading too, that you come across as someone who has like a secret life that no one knows about. We have being honest, so they see you as brutally honest, and people have a hard time believing you though. We have unsure and being honest, so it's like they can tell you speak the truth, but people have a hard time accepting what you're saying or accepting your truth. They want it to be a lie so bad. I don't really know why. We have building interest, so you seem to be someone who has a lot of flirtationships going on, or someone who a lot of people are romantically interested in, and good conversation. So like you really are cool, you really are chill, like someone who can hold a conversation, someone who has interesting opinions or values, someone who people are just naturally attracted to. But at the same time, they kind of feel like, can I really trust group 3? Like, they can't figure you out and it frustrates them, or whatever your like shadow side is, people have a hard time with it. Like, they can't handle it. It's like they want to just know, are you a good person or are you a bad person? But the truth is, no one is 100% good. No one is 100% bad. We all have a shadow side. So people have a hard time, like, growing close to you, because at the same time they feel kind of scared. We have moving forward, which is nice. So we have building interest, we have moving forward, and then we have going steady. So people are growing to trust you. Your crush is starting to figure you out, or maybe not figure you out, but they're starting to feel safe with you. They feel like at the end of the day, they're unsure. They have a lot of questions about you, but they feel like you have been honest with them. So they're opening up to you, they're allowing you to grow on them, and they're wanting to move forward, they're wanting to grow steady. It's good conversation, and they feel like it just flows through you so easily that you couldn't be lying. They felt like if you were lying, you would come across more calculated. I feel like you keep it 100 with people, like you will tell people what you got going on, who you're talking to, what you're going through. Wow, we have delighted. We have delighted and supreme magnetism. And then we have unusual or unlike you. So you pull people out of their comfort zone. You make them do things that they don't usually do. Say someone is a serial monogamous, but you're a total rebel. You make them want to just, okay, let me see if I can do something casual or something different. Or, you know, say it's the opposite. You're someone who's consistently in relationships. You like long-term partners. There could be someone who's not really into like monogamy. They have a hard time trusting people, but they're obviously starting to trust you. They're wanting to move forward. And it's unusual. You also seem unusual in yourself, so you may have like this ethereal quality or this like alien-esque quality. It's actually an alien on supreme magnetism. So you may have this like energy about you that just kind of seems otherworldly, and not in a sense where it's like, oh, you look like an angel, but it's like you look kind of like you're not from here. You may have very unique features. Like, first person that comes to my head is Halle Bailey, Little Mermaid. You know how she kind of has like these unique eyes? She has unique features. She, to me, looks alien-esque or otherworldly. When I think otherworldly, I think of someone with a face like that. Or I'm forgetting that character's name because I haven't seen anything she's in. But there's this girl who has like long blonde hair and just the palest of skins, and she kind of has like these big eyes that bulge out a little bit, and I don't know where she's from or what she's in or her name at all, but I've seen her multiple times and it reminds me of her. If you know, you know. If you don't, it's all right. You know, Halle Bailey is a good enough example, but I'm getting that kind of vibe with you. So anyways, it doesn't have to be in the eyes. It can be in the way you dress. It could be your energy. It could be something else, but very distinct features, very different. Spirit's now showing me a nose. You may be very proud of your nose. It may be a product of your culture. I actually saw a post from Bella Hadid not too long ago, and she was saying how she wished she kept her original nose. It was, you know, her culture. It was her history. It was, you know, passed down from her ancestors, and she was talking about how she wished she would have kept it. So yeah, I'm just getting a little bit of vibe where it's like you guys may be very proud of your features and what makes you different. You may be different culturally, like, you know, the country you live in may not be the culture you're born in or where you're from. But you have a supreme magnetism, a lot of attraction power, and you get people out of their comfort zone. You get people doing things they do not usually do. Spirit for group 3. How do people see them? So you take a while to warm up, but oh, I was just about to speak too soon. Because we got the 10 of Cups, the Queen of Swords in reverse, and the Fool in reverse. So it's like, okay, Fool in reverse. You don't jump into relationships. You don't jump into trusting people. You don't, you know, jump into other people's lives and, you know, try to fix them or try to be with them. It takes you a little bit of time. But once you do 10 of Cups, you're there for the long haul. And then we got the Devil that came out. So Spirit's like, yeah, Queen of Swords in reverse, you do warm up in time. And 10 of Cups, you have the ability to be a great partner. But the truth is, you do not see everyone as partner worthy. I feel like you may, oh, I just heard Pisces. You may have like Pisces in your Mercury placement. Whew, that would eat you up, girl. That would eat you up. I just heard Pisces moon as well. But I'm getting a quality about someone like you may, when you were younger, been a big daydreamer. Someone, even now, you may like catch yourself in daydreams in different scenarios and things like that. But at some point you had to kind of suppress that until you were completely alone, or the daydreams had to include like people that you don't know, because when that was applied to like a potential crush or someone who likes you, someone you were talking to, it allowed people to get close to you when they didn't deserve it or when they weren't a good match. So I feel like you've kind of grown out of that daydreaming aspect of yourself. Like you don't allow yourself to do it as much anymore. We have the Devil and the Fool in reverse. So ultimately, yeah, not gonna lie, people are kind of scared of you. Queen of Swords in reverse. It's like at first glance, you kind of seem angelic, and then once people start to get to know you, they start to feel this like darkness in you, this dark feminine, dark masculine, just this shadow self. And it's real shadowy, it's scary, and it's not even shadowy in the sense that, oh, you're demonic or something crazy, because you're actually showing up as the angel, the exorcist, the monk, the nun, quite the opposite. But they feel terrified because their demons are going to get exposed. And yeah, you probably do have a shadow self yourself. You definitely do. We all do. So it's like exposing them and their demons and their shadow side, and then on top of that having your own shadow side as well. That's a lot. Judgment in reverse. A lot of people, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. A lot of people kind of end up feeling like, okay, it's not worth it. I don't want to get too close. I'm going to get burned. Judgment in reverse, like, I was getting this for group 1 as well. They got Judgment in reverse too. And it's like people, or spirit will bring people into your life so that you can help them grow, expand, whatever, learn, come into deeper understandings, evolve. But with the Judgment card in reverse, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, it's like people leave and they may even leave their stuff. And that can be in a literal sense, like, you know, you may have items from exes that refuse to pick them up. Or even friends. Not gonna lie, people may label you like, oh, you're crazy group 3, they're crazy. Like, Judgment in reverse, people do not answer the call. When spirit calls them to grow and evolve, they're scared. People sit and think about you for a long time as well. Wow, we got the Lovers card here. We got the 3 of Wands. So it feels like all or nothing with you. People feel like they can have it all. They can't deny 10 of Cups, you would be a great partner, especially with the Lovers card. People always feel like you're divinely guided into their life. And like I said, I was getting this for group 1 as well, because the Judgment card is a call to action. The Judgment card is when spirit blows the horn. When you hear the horns, it's time to show up, okay? It's Judgment Day. And spirit is even on the Lovers card, divinely guiding this connection in itself. So a lot of the connections in your life are directly divinely guided by spirit. And with the Lovers and the 10 of Cups, people can't deny that there is high reward being with you, but they really do have to show up as the best version of themselves, or they have to level up, or they have to purge their demons. It's like there's major work that they have to do, and it just scares them. We got the 6 of Swords here with the killer whales in the water. It's terrifying. And the 9 of Cups. So it's well worth it, especially 9 of Cups. Also, 9 of Cups, you come across as very self-sufficient, and 3 of Wands, connected with the universe, connected with your purpose. You know what you're trying to do. You know what you want. 8 of Wands, things come to you quickly, easily. You may have like really intense manifesting powers where you can manifest stuff like that. You can manifest stuff literally just by having a thought come into your head like, ooh, I would like that. And then next thing you know, you get it. Or I haven't heard from so-and-so in a long time. Next thing you know, there's a text, there's a call, you know, from that person. We got the Empress at the bottom of the deck. So you seem very powerful. You're giving like, you know, witch energy, alchemist energy. You seem very magical, and people don't know how to take it. There's so much reward with you, but they're afraid that there's an illusion to it all, or they're afraid that there's going to be too much called of them to reap that reward, they feel like they're going to get broken. We have Kali Ma with facing fear. It says major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. So you have this like gritty Kali energy. You're not afraid to stand up, to rise to the occasion. Your third eye is open. People see you as intimidating also because you can see them for who they truly are. And then we have Master Jesus with forgiveness. So again, there's this contrast with you. We have Kali, you know, the goddess of war and retribution, even though Kali comes in many forms. And then we have Master Jesus with forgiveness. Like, what? It says, you are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father healing is possible at this time is what it specifically says. So with the Father card, I wonder if you had to take on a father role because you weren't parented by your father, or if your masculine has been very active. So it's kind of like it needs to be healed. It needs a chance to rest. That's what I have for you, Group 3. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like a private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. But that's what I have for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose Group 4 with the pink stone and the Crystal Visions Tarot, this is your reading. Oh, wow. We got the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Cups as I cut the deck. So people see you as very much so valuable. Ten of Cups, long-term relationship material. Wheel of Fortune, someone you would be blessed to have on their team. Very, very valuable. A lot of people kind of get, I'm hearing like starstruck, like a love at first sight kind of response with you. Like people may do like visible double takes or have like visible physical reactions when they first see you. And I feel like you can tell people notice you. Like it's very noticeable how other people notice you. Spirit for Group 4 with the pink stone. Please show us how their crush, their person of interest, person on their mind, new romantic partners. How do they see Group 4? And what do they like about Group 4? We're also going to see what they think you got going on in your life, your love life. Ooh. So you seem to be very in flow with the universe, but also definitely an individualist. I feel like whenever people think you're going to zig, you zag. There's something about you that's just very unexpected, very Uranian. We have the Rebel here, which is so interesting because we have the Companion, and what makes someone a good companion is like their ability to stay present in the relationship, their ability to be dependable and grounded. So the fact that you're coming across as a rebel, but also with the Companion here, a good lover, I feel like there's this contrast to you. You feel like it feels like you're someone who has your personal life, professional life, your life with friends, your life with yourself. Like you have different versions of yourself. And yeah, we did get the shapeshifter that came out, so that would be spot on. The Companion says loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. So you do the things that are needed to keep a relationship together. Tenacity really stands out on that card. Like you will take it there for the people you love. But also, I'm also feeling this in not that soft of a way, in a way where you will go hard for the people you love. This could be like really holding their hands to the flame, really holding people accountable. You expect people to be the best version of themselves, and you have a hard time accepting less than the best, to be honest. You may have like a Virgo Venus. Ooh, that placement is relentless. Shout out to all the Virgo Venuses out there, because I don't know how your partners deal with that. I don't know how they amount to you. And yeah, a Virgo Venus, I feel like you'd have to just accept, no one will never satisfy me in this life. No, I won't say it's that extreme. Hopefully not, because that would suck, but Anyways, the rebel, it says, challenges authority to affect social change and rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. So whether it's you grew up religious or you grew up with people who just try to suppress you, try to make you different, you did not surrender to that. You don't surrender to systems or ways of thinking that keep you in a box or keep you stuck. So you're not going to stay in your feminine energy and live in the soft life. If you got a life, you still got to build. Like, you don't subscribe to systems that make you docile, that make you just like everyone else so someone else can benefit, whether that's a potential romantic partner or the system in itself or a religion, a community. You will not like water yourself down or neglect your own needs for systems and people that don't really care about you on an individual level. We have the shapeshifter here. Skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness and the ability to see the potential in everything. So you're someone who can be at a professional environment. You can be like, I'm interestingly enough seeing someone at church. So you may be like a holiday church goer. Say your family is really religious. Like, you will go for them. Ooh, oh my goodness. I'm picking up on someone with a church family, and they want you to use your talents to benefit them and their community and the church. But it's like, you can't reject my life and the way that I live and like preach against me, but then want me to come in and do a business talk. Like, I'm not going to do it, but you can't benefit from me when it serves you. Or say you have a voice, it's like, you know, your family, they may try to get you to come sing at church or whatever. I'm picking up on something like that, where it's like people try to benefit from your gifts, but they don't embrace you and accept you as who you are. So people try to straddle the fence with you. But yeah, you're definitely a shapeshifter. I feel like you have the ability to take someone from point A to Z. You really have this leveling up quality. I feel like people definitely benefit being connected with you. We have the child nature. I'm seeing someone talk to animals, like literally. I'm also seeing someone talk to trees. So you may be a literal tree hugger. I love that. It says friendship with animals and communication with nature spirits. So yeah, you may feel like you have a deep connection with animals. You can literally hear their thoughts, or you can feel what they're saying to you, what they're communicating. They may calm down in your presence, or they may always come up to you. We have the poet here. It says expresses soul insights in symbolic language. Oh my God, someone's guide is funny. Someone said that's why they got all the roaches in their house, see, because they feel safe with him. I'm not doing this with your guides, okay? Tell your guides to pipe down and chill out, because I'm not doing this with y'all. That's why the roaches stop it. Somebody's guide needs to cut it out. We got the poet. It says expresses soul insights in symbolic language. But I am tapping into someone who doesn't like animals, who doesn't like insects, and it's like they always want to come up to you. Or you know how cats are, they can tell when you don't like them. They always want to come up to you. They want to cuddle. They want to be all over you. You may have that kind of experience. The poet says expresses soul insights in symbolic language. I feel like even the siren outside is like, I feel like that in itself is symbolic. Like when you come into a room, it's kind of like the vibe shifts. People, you may really resonate like with the aquatic siren archetype. You may not give people the direct answer. You may lead them to their own personal truth. With you being the poet, it's like you speak in symbolic language, or people have to read between the lines to understand you. Spirit for group 4. What do their romantic interests think they have going on romantically? How do they see them? What do they think they have going on in their life? People see you as like wife, husband, long-term partner material. As soon as I said that, we have going steady here. In the beginning of the reading, we had the 10 of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune as I cut the deck, and that's exactly this energy. We have going steady, work well together, and winning. Winning is verbatim Wheel of Fortune energy. Going steady, that is 10 of Cups. Long-term stability, working well together, also 10 of Cups. Emotional intelligence. So people really see you as like the perfect husband, wife, partner material. You may struggle with that as you're younger. Because, you know, if people see you as like the end goal and they're not ready for that, then you may meet a bunch of people that seem to just absolutely feed into you, like give you life in terms of the things they say to you. Like they may tell you, I see you as my future husband, my future wife, my future partner, but I can't give you that right now when you're younger. We also have look to your chart and transit. So you may have some really unique placements. You could be like a triple sun, moon, rising, the same sign, or the same sign in like 5 or more placements in your chart. You could have some strong stelliums in your chart. You could have only positive aspects. You could have only like negative aspects, something more extreme, like all oppositions or all squares, or in a positive aspect, all conjunctions, all trines in your chart. Wow, we have under your spell. You're definitely a walking love spell. People are heavily influenced by you, heavily attracted to you. They want to be close to you. People get spellbound by you quite easily. They feel like you have magical power. People automatically trust you. They want to be with you, close to you. Even when you're younger, you may find that people just adopted you into the friend group. Like you could be new in school, in the middle of the school year, you're new in school. And instead of having that experience where it's like, oh, I'm a loner because I'm the new kid, it's like everybody's obsessed with you. They want to welcome you into their friend group. You know, the popular kids want you to be around. When you go into places like into the mall or something like that, you may get offered jobs on the spot. Like they may tell you should apply. You have great style. They want to work with you, be close to you, etc. We have cards on the table, so you seem like a very honest person, honest and direct. Time of your life. It seems like you genuinely have a fun life, good friend group, content in your life. Like even for those of you who aren't really about having a bunch of friends and a bunch of connections, even for those of you who are loners, it seems like your life is genuinely full and fun. And even people who do, yeah, angelic guidance at the bottom of the deck, you're like locked in with spirit. Even if you do, like even if you're one of those people who like you don't have a lot of friends and you just do everything kind of solo dolo, people see that you're so content. And it's like you make people with a lot going on jealous. Like if you're someone who's solo, it's like you're always at peace, you're always stress-free, and you may start that, you know, you start to notice that people have like little tidbits of envy, you know, based on the way that you live your life. Like, you know, so you just don't got no drama going on. Like say you meet up with friends you haven't seen in months or years and you're talking and they're just like, I got this going on, I got this trash, this in my life, dumpster fire here, you know, shocking event there. And you're like cool, calm, and collected. Things are going good for you. You're content. You're happy. You know, like your life is sustainable. You have a sense of responsibility, a sense of happiness. You got your pet. Okay. You got your routine and you're good. And it's just like infuriating to people. Either that or you're like, you know, the life of the party and people are like wanting to be close to you, wanting to be a part of your story, a part of your life. Wow, we have reaping rewards. So it seems like you're destined for greatness or destined to make a lot of money in this life. People see you as someone who's planted the right seeds, who's done the work. Yeah, we have actions matching words. Genuinely, we have taking it easy on you. Taking it easy on you in good conversation. People trust you. People see your lighthearted nature. And the piles have been crazy today, honestly. They have been all over the place. They have been kind of ghetto, okay. It's been a mess. But for you, I'm not getting that. Like, this is the only pile where I got a truly positive message where it's like, I'm not picking up on a super strong, you know, shadow side. So, it seems like, you know, people see you as someone who's trustworthy, someone who's genuinely a good person. And with taking it easy on you, people either feel the need to protect you or they feel like this father energy towards you, mother energy towards you, where they even may try to parent you a little bit. With good conversation, you seem like you have a good head on your shoulders. Your actions match your words. Like people generally trust you. And with reaping rewards, it seems like you've gone on a path in life that's kind of led you to peace and harmony. You've planted the right seeds. You've done the right thing. You've been good to people. So it seems like you're like, honestly, almost perfect. Spirit for group 4. What do people like about them? How do they see them? Yeah, people, they may feel like they're not good enough for you. We have the Sun in reverse and the King of Cups in reverse. Some people kind of feel like they'll never be able to give you what you deserve, not gonna lie. We have the Justice card in reverse. So a lot of people see you and again, they feel envious, they feel jealous because they feel like, wow, this is someone who's done the work, or this is someone who's had it easy in life and they can't relate to me. So people start to feel like exposed in your presence or very vulnerable. But at least I haven't gotten anything from the cards saying that you look at people with a judgmental eye, or if you do, you keep it to yourself. So I feel like a lot of that is probably projection, unless you know, like, no, I be judging people. You can read everything on my face. We have the Six of Swords in reverse. People don't even try with you. Nine of Wands in reverse. They feel like they would immediately kind of like get shot down. They feel like they would strike out if they were to try to make a move on you. Or maybe you're more aloof, so it kind of goes over your head. You may have a hard time noticing when someone is flirting with you. You may assume that everyone is just nice. Dude, we got the Lovers card here. People see you as someone with like a divinely guided partner. People feel like, no, you're really like an angel. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's just like, there's just those people, like the one you don't mess with. Like, so say you work at a factory and it's all a certain kind of clientele, young people in their prime, doing their thing. Everyone's flirting with each other, getting with each other, whatever. And you're like that person at the factory that's literally like genuinely a good girl or a good guy, a good person, more innocent in nature. Yeah, we got the Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So maybe it's not that you're so innocent. Maybe it's that you only show it to a select few. Okay, you could be a freak. But, yeah, with the Lovers here, it's like people see you as someone who probably has a divinely guided partner or someone who they shouldn't mess with because it's like, no, they don't deserve that. I can't play them. Like people, they take it easy on you for sure. So if you feel like you can feel a lot of attraction from people, you can see their desire written all over their face. Yeah, we have the Emperor that came out kind of sideways here. So people don't want to dominate you. Ultimately, they're taking it easy on you. That is the reason that they don't go out of their way to make moves, because they feel like Emperor, first of all, they feel like because people are protective over you, if they come up to you on some BS, they feel like they're going to get called out by another person in the space. But second of all, they feel like, no, like this is the one person, this is the exception. Like we don't mess with group 4. They feel like they need to take it easy on you. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Chariot in reverse. So no one wants to be responsible for making you miss your mark. And also responsible really sticks out to me. Spirit is saying like there's a level of responsibility that comes with dealing with you. You may be religious yourself. You may be more religious, which is interesting because in the beginning of the reading, I was feeling like, no, if someone wants to benefit from you, they have to accept you as who you truly are. That could, you know, go so many different kind of ways. It doesn't have to directly apply to religion only. So yeah, you have a lot of contrast to you. You're complex. Five of Pentacles reversed and the Eight of Wands. So people may embarrass themselves in front of you. You may notice that especially in school, people try to impress you. Like say you're at the gym and then you walk into the gym and, you know, there's people in there playing basketball. It's like they try to show out in front of you and then somebody ends up like falling, darn near breaking a limb. You may have had a lot of experiences like that, or one distinct experience like that that kind of sticks out to you, or that may be something you notice nowadays. It seems like when people talk to you, they trip on their words, they get nervous, they start acting spazzy, and it's like literally just chill, okay? I'm chill, you just be chill. It doesn't have to be all that, like relax, it's gonna be okay. You don't need to like Empress. Yep. So people see you as the cream of the crop. This is the definition of a high value man, woman, person. People see you as very high value. People see you as worth it, worthy. You're the cream of the crop, the top of the top, the 1%, like, and that's how people see you. So I'm getting strong Virgo energy here, strong earth energy, Virgo and Taurus I'm feeling, even Capricorn, strong earth energy. You may have Earth in your Venus. Woo, I know you hard on your partners. That Earth Venus, listen, I'm gonna just give up. Unless you like me for me, I'm not I'm not doing that. That's too much. We have Sanat Kumara with light activation and Gaia with earth connection. It says, shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. So Spirit is saying your light, everyone can see it. They literally take it easy on you because of this. Continue to shine your light. People need to feel it. People need to experience it. And you're like a guiding light for a lot of people. You impact people and you don't even know how. So continue to be the Empress. Continue to be the bar. Continue to be the light. And then we have Gaia with earth connection. It says, be mindful of the planet, come back to earth and stay grounded. So Spirit is saying, like, you may have a purpose that has to do with environmentalism or connecting with earth energy may really ground you. If you didn't go to the beach this summer, or if you didn't spend as much time in nature as you wanted to, try to prioritize at least making offerings to nature as it gets colder, especially if you live in a place that gets like a full winter. It's not realistic to go to the beach or whatnot, but I mean, you still could just to see. It's kind of cool to see, but any way that you can connect with nature, even if it's connecting with trees, like with the child nature that came up in the beginning of your reading, that's a quantum leap for you. That's a manifestation method, literally just making offerings to trees. Offer up some fruit, you know, some berries, whatever. Make offerings, connect with the trees, sit with your feet in the dirt if you can, if you don't live somewhere too cold. We have Master Jesus with forgiveness. It says you are on the path of love and light. A lot of cards coming through talking about your light. It says love and forgiveness and Father healing is possible at this time. So Spirit is saying there's an opportunity for transmutation, for you to forgive other people and also to be forgiven for, you know, things that you've done in your life. But, you know, people kind of treat you like that. They treat you like the altar. They want to come up to you and confess their sins. You know, they feel like you're the light. And I feel like Spirit is saying, let them get that off their chest. That may be a part of your purpose in this life. And as people get to transmute that energy, you will, Wheel of Fortune, win. It's going to bring you significant levels of abundance. So trust the universe. Don't allow anyone to dump on you, you know, like trauma dump, but trust the universe. Allow people to, you know, have these conversations with you and trust that you will be deeply, greatly rewarded for that. That's what I have for you, Group 4. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And that's what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon.